Dear Tywin, how I long to see you smile. Ah, love. Oh, what does an outlander know about the complexities of Dunmerry love? But you're only trying to help. And maybe I do need a simpler perspective. How does an outlander convince an overbearing mother that the object of their affection is worthy? Of course not. Tywin is a slave. My mother's slave. I tried to buy her freedom, but Mother laughed at the mere suggestion that I'd be allowed to sully our reputation with a noir bride. Perhaps an outlander's offer wouldn't rouse her suspicion. I don't expect you to pay, obviously. It's just that Mother might reveal what it would take for her to release Tywin if it was anyone but me asking. Knowing that might give me some idea of how to free my love. It couldn't hurt to ask, could it? Tell her you've heard Tywin excels at finding red star shells. Telvanni wizards prize them, and they're very rare. Most of the locals know that Tywin is the best at finding them. Mother loves to gloat. I couldn't bear gazing upon Tywin since Mother rebuked me. But now, I can't wait to see her lovely face again. I'll be down at the swamp where she hunts shells. Come find me once you've finished dealing with Mother. She'll be at our tower.
Lazy vermin. If you want to eat this week, work.
Yes, mistress.
Well, get to it. Now!
Yes, mistress. Sorry, mistress.
Pardon the mess. My slaves require another lesson concerning their work ethic. And they're no good overseer as well. I suppose I'll have to wield the lash myself today. Have my friends been gossiping about her again? You'd think there were no better topics of conversation. Yes, Tywin is my slave. She's no unshed nixhound, but she's still a capable harvester. What do you want to know about her? Well, I need someone who... Seems like you're out of luck. Baseless slander! Though I do tire of these ugly rumors surrounding my son. 3 red star shells. That's the smallest offer I'll entertain. A bargain. Telvanni wizards don't offer their influence and power for something as pedestrian as gold. 3 shells should barely cover the gap while I find another harvester. If that's too steep a price, I suppose...
You hear are based on me. Don't let the sophists fool you. Fear not upon the walking way. Just let hysteria rule you. In their own world the mad have laws, but only if they're returned. The wise can write them different rules, for by the word they're smitten.
Tywin, where are you? What what I'd give for just a glimpse. Well, did you speak to my mother? What did she say? 3? 3? That's as many as Terwin manages to find in a month. And she's perfect. No. If Mother found out, she'd never let Terwin go free. Not for any price. It's an unreasonable sum. But the fact that she asked for Red Star shells might work in our favor. I've been training a Nyx hound to help Terwin so she can spend more time with me instead of in that vile swamp. Aside from the Fetch a Fly incident, Nyxie's got a solid track record. I'm certain she won't let us down. She's around here somewhere. Nyx hounds vanish when they're afraid, and Nyxie's a bit skittish. She'll head off toward the water after I call her. Look around the shorelines, and you'll probably find her digging up shells. Just go where she points. Come on, Nyxie, show yourself! There you are. Nyxie, go find star shells. Show this nice person where they are.
Stop! Who are you? These are given lands, you know. Take any star shells from this beach and you'll have them to reckon with. He sent you here. To what, spy on me? To find I can't even find privacy out in this forsaken muck. Because this is the one place I'm permitted to go that he's too afraid to follow. Out here, I don't have to endure his constant fawning or pretend not to see him watching me out of the corner of my eye. Love! I'm a slave and he's my master, or as close as makes no difference. Wouldn't so much as smile in his direction if it didn't spare me the rod. Tell me why he has you gathering red star shells. What's he up to now? Gods, no. Fear of his mother's wrath is the only reason I can keep him at arm's length. If he's getting this bold, I have to get out of here. What Lonus wants for me isn't freedom. You really want to free me. Help me get away from these people. Faris keeps my servitude obligation hidden in a house. Steal it for me. I can forge his signature. It won't be perfect, but it should hold up well enough to get me out of Telvanni lands. I don't want to be bought. I want to be free. After all Faris and Lonus have taken from me, I don't want them to profit from my release. At least let me cost them.
wherever you came from, I suggest you go back.
See, you're leaving the estate. You decided not to help me, didn't you? I knew I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up. You really did it. You... What's the catch? What do you expect for this? I don't know what to say. I was resigned to my fate before you showed up. Hardly seems real. Maybe it isn't. Not until I'm staring at the shores of the Somerset Isles. I'll need it. You didn't ask for anything, but I want you to have this. Just the gold I managed to hide away over the years, minus what I'll need for passage. Not payment, a gift. For a friend. Goodbye, and thank you so much.
Hey, away from her! You will ruin everything!
Shut up, you... Yeah! Jackal, you see this? I'm free.
Tywin, I was supposed to free you. I was going to take your hand in marriage. It was going to be perfect. You ruined it!
Listen to me, you little swit. I'm not your plaything, never was and never will be. I'd sooner lie with the maggots than share your bed.
That can be arranged. When I tell Mother about this, you'll wish you'd never spurned me. You'll beg! You will beg!
That was liberating. Don't worry, I know these lands better than they ever will. Thanks again.
It warms my scales to see you once more, my friend. I wish I could thank you for my freedom, but as you can see, it was short-lived. I see you still wear no shackles. Will you aid me once more? I know someone who needs help. In truth, you would be helping many Saxhleel, myself included. During my latest escape attempt, I met an amber beauty with eyes like summer rain. Her Lucial name is Sun in Shadow, but I call her my heart. She hatches a plan to set us free. Seek her out in Tel Naga. If I know my heart, she will be sunning herself in the light of some book. Always reading that one, always learning. If all goes to plan, she will read her books beside me in the boughs of a hist. Soon, I hope. Walk with Sithis, my friend. And mind the Telvanni. They spin lies like an elder at the yarn wheel.
Yeah!
Another useful idiot approaches. And what trifling matter brings you to me? I trust you're not here to waste my time. So Edrino finally came through, did she? And she sent you in her place, no doubt because she believes I will turn her into a Waterblock. for such nonsense. The things these commoners believe. I shall, of course, dock her payment for the late delivery. If you're lying, you do so remarkably well. If you're not, it is of no concern to me. You will receive the same coinage either way. Take it and be about your business. And tell Edrino that if she fails again, I shall locate another mushroom seller. And that concludes my deliveries for today. What an exciting
Yes, can I help you, Suryo? Bless his eyes. Yes, I'm Sun in Shadow. Ioki told you I have a plan to earn our freedom, right? It will require finesse and discretion. I trust that I can count on you for both. To earn my freedom, I need the help of Magister Thurama. She's a recently elevated Telvanni Magister. Not so set in her ways as the others, and probably more likely to remember her early struggles. I know she wants something from Zane Tarares. I need to find out what it is, then get it for her. I'm afraid not. I traded in some favors to get a better idea of what she's seeking, but I learned very little. Apparently her mouth, Erevan Anthem, has some correspondence that might give us a clue. I need that letter. Be cautious in the council house, Sarah. House Telvanni is not just some beast you can slay. In this place, subtlety will serve you better than any shield. We have to play the game. Truthfully, it doesn't. Not yet. Telvanni plots take time to develop. If I demand Ioki's freedom too early, I show my hand. Suddenly, he's a valuable piece in the game. Moved and sacrificed as the Magisters see fit. Do I sense a rebuke? It's not ideal, I know. Look, I treasure Ioki. He's placed his trust in me. I hope you'll do the same. It was during one of his many escape attempts. I was cleaning Master Otheri's tableware when Ioki burst through the kitchen door, dragging his chains behind him. He threw open the window and started to climb through it. Then he saw me. He hesitated, even smiled. You don't see Mars slaves smile much. Certainly not when they're being chased by Nyx hounds. They dragged him off and threw him in the dry box. He told me he'd spend a year in there if it meant seeing me again. There's an old alchemist's proverb. No reaction is ever so forceful as the mixing of opposing components. A mouthful, I know, but it fits. Ioki and I occupy different poles on the same spear. He keeps me grounded. I keep him safe.
Master Erevan is away on business. Has been for some time, in fact. I know a prowler when I see one. What do you... No one just wanders into a council mouth's office looking around. I should report you. What are you really after? And do be honest, we've already wasted enough time here. Ah, the one about Zain-Tiraris, is it? Well, I could call the guard and be about my day, but I am a Telvanni after all. We don't turn away an opportunity when it presents itself. Perhaps you could help me with a problem I've run into. It's a matter of literature, or lack thereof. I wrote a poem, you see, a cloying, drunken mess of a poem. The post delivered it to my darling Ethrandora just this morning. If you get it away from her, the letter is yours. She spends most of her time in the study, here in the council hall. She's very diligent, always leaning over one book or another. And the way she licks her thumb when she turns the pages. Sorry, you'll find her in the study, yes. She's such a pretty, dainty thing. Not at all like those other scrawny Acon elves. Add a half bottle of Shane to a lusty heart and you wind up with some very poor decisions. The poem's terrible. Plus, if word got to my parents that I'd been courting a wood elf, I'd be written out of the will, repeatedly, with red ink. Then there's also the possibility of blackmail. Why do you think Ethrandora keeps it on her? She knows that if Master Erevan gets wind of this, he might dismiss me from his service. Clever minx. Working for a council mouth is a fine occupation, Fla. I can't risk losing it.
A clumsy attempt at thievery.
I hope this is good news. Well, did you get... Quick, give it here! Phew, what a relief. All right, Fla, I'm going to burn this embarrassment. I sure hope I didn't leave Master Erevan's correspondence box unlocked. That would be careless in the extreme. Farewell. Good riddance to bad writing.
Not another
Please, don't attack. I'm just doing my job. Can you give me your bounty and let this go?
Oh, thank the gods.
There you are. was afraid you'd been compromised. Were you May I? Ah, a saint's relic. Saint Films. Never heard of him. Says here, the Redarin wants it too. To squirrel away in some musty old chapel, no doubt. We need to make sure. Looks like the shrine is locked, protected by some puzzle ward. Luckily, the letter provides some hints on how to break in. Solve the puzzle, grab the relic, then make haste to tell Barana. The runner should be there. Offer her the relic on my behalf. Somewhere between certain and apprehensive. The Telvanni respect all clever schemes and love to barter. This little intrigue will prove my worth, I know it. Then again, she could just try to take the relic by force. Run? Telvanni magisters wield magics that put Giuliano's to shame. Of course, you're quite the hero in your own right. Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
door is open! Open at last! Hee hee hee!
Hello.
Oh, excellent. Another clumsy adventurer bumbles into my home. I really must put a hex on that lift. Have you come to rob me? That would go very poorly for you. Sun in Shadow. Oh yes, I know the lizard. An enterprising young mage, if memory serves. Don't look so surprised. Her magical abilities are the worst-kept secret in Sadrath Mora. What does she want? I hope you bring more than boring salutations. Do you now? Well, she's a clever one, isn't she? Even convinced you to do the work for her. Impressive. So, what does our scaled friend want in exchange for this relic? No. Give me a moment. I'm keen to guess. She wants her freedom, right? Oh, good. I was afraid she'd do something boring with her freedom, like run off into the marsh to worship trees or some such. Sun in Shadow shall have my endorsement. I'll give you a writ. Deliver it to my mouth, Erevan. He'll know what to do.
Can't you see I'm busy?
Do you need something? Oh? Let me see that. Submit to council. Argonian slave freed. Services to House Telvanni. Well. I've always known Sun in Shadow to be ambitious, but this is quite the master stroke. I shall take this to the council and send for her. Feel free to wait in the council chamber. We will rule on this matter soon. One other thing. Some of my personal correspondence went missing recently. If that ever happens again, the Morag Tong will hear of it. I trust we understand each other. I'll give this to the council.
I've imagined this moment since I was a hatchling. I knew I'd be free eventually, but now that the moment's here, I just hope I don't embarrass myself. They'll deliberate, needle each other a bit, then set me free. I only hope that they'll take me on as a hireling as well. I'll even get my own quarters. Can you imagine that? Not only my own room, a whole house to myself. My heart is racing. Yes, of course. I mean, eventually. We can talk about that later. Just let me bask in this moment, all right? Truly, I couldn't have done this without you and Aoki. A plan is only as useful as the people who carry it out. You have my deepest thanks, Sarah. Now, I suppose it's time.
Well, well. What brings a slave to our audience chamber?
I bring tidings from my august patron, Magister Thorana. She would have your masters know that this slave, Sun in Shadow, has earned her favor.
What? Magister Thorana would lend her good name to this thing? Preposterous.
Larsa, don't be as tiresome as your master.
Should we move this along, please?
Very well. Magister Thorana, by right of rank, demands that the slave girl, Sun in Shadow, be freed from her bonds and raised up to a hireling of the great house Telvanni. She belongs to Magister Otheri, does she not?
Indeed. My most beneficent patron, Magister Otheri, acquiesces to Magister Thorana's demands. He is confident that Thorana will remember this kindness in the future. Sun and Shadow, you are hereby freed and lifted up to the rank of hireling.
Lift up one of these beasts, and 1,000 more will follow. This is folly.
If there's nothing else, I have urgent business in Tel Mora.
You've done well, girl. Do come by in a day or so. I may have some work for you.
A hireling. Can you believe it? Not much of a title, I know, but I've spent a lifetime earning it. I'll burn these rags, polish my scales, and work even harder. The next few days are critical. I can't afford any slip-ups. Magisters circle new hirelings like cliff racers. If they see any sign of weakness, they swoop in and pick the bones clean. Not yet, no. Like I said, even the smallest mistake could spell disaster. It's still too early. I can't say more, not here anyway. Too many listening ears. Meet me in my new quarters, all right? I have a plan that might speed things along. Welcome, Sarah. Sorry about the mess. Believe it or not, this place feels like a palace compared to my old slave quarters. With any luck, I won't stay here long. I've hatched a plan that might catapult me to the rank of House Retainer. I'm glad you asked. Retrieving scrolls and relics, gathering up roots and mushrooms. That's what the Magisters expect from hirelings. Trust me when I say nothing stunts advancement like doing the expected. Real estate. Surprised? Good. Master Firith's been making secret inquiries, looking for land near Voss. Ioki knows a farmer who may be willing to sell his plot. If I purchase the deed and give it to Firith, he might sponsor my next promotion. I know I could count on you. Here's the gold. I'll not pay a drake more than what's in that pouch, mostly because I don't have a drake more than what's in that pouch. Ioki can provide more details, or you can just ask around Voss yourself. Fantastic! I bought new clothes, see? And no more sharing a room with 8 other people. This space belongs to me. It's mine. Best of all, I can stop hiding. I don't have to tuck my tomes under blankets or hide scrolls in my bodice. I can just be. Of course, everyone works for the Magisters in one way or another. Hirelings occupy the lowest rung on the ladder. Aside from slaves, of course. But we can earn a wage and study in peace. We can even refuse a task if we wish. It's remarkable. I enjoyed more freedom than most, it's true. Most of the Marshborn slaves hated me for it. Called me Smokescale, Elfheart, and much, much worse. But that's all behind me now. I won. I harnessed my ambition. Served my masters with loyalty and discretion and earned my freedom. They whine like belly-sick wars and rot in chains. It doesn't get any clearer than that. I told you before, these things take time. I can't simply buy him because hirelings aren't allowed to own slaves, and I can't just set him free without jeopardizing my position in the house. This requires patience and an overabundance of caution. Archmagister Otheri. None of the other Magisters would have him. Too many escape attempts. Then there's the matter of magical aptitude. The Telvanni abhor hissed magic, and make him wear suppression manacles all the time, even when he sleeps. Doubtful. Hissed magic doesn't operate by the same rules as Telvanni spellcraft. I think that's why the Magisters hate it so much. I can't say for certain, but I doubt there's anything in Ioki's repertoire that could get him out of Sadrith Mora.
Greetings. We must speak quickly. The overseers grow nosy and suspicious.
Yeah!
So much to do.
One more day, that's all I ask. Laying in that wasn't Sarah's place.
If you need food or drink, this one can summon a server. Otherwise, Zashanti has a floor to sweep. Zashanti sweeps the floor. After that, she peels mushrooms. After that, she scrubs dishes and stacks chairs. Then, if she is truly fortunate, she gets a few hours rest before the sun rises again. I am sorry, but this one has no time for gossip.
What are you gawking at, Outlander? Do I look like a surveyor to you? If it's land you want, go talk to some of those bumpkins outside town. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to my drink.
You're not from around here, are you? Tal Papa be praised. I've had about enough of the local gossip. I don't know for sure, but Nineveh Renda was chewing my ear off a few days ago. She's been trying to convince her husband Barris to move back to Balmora. She loves the finer things, you see. Trust me when I say Voss is short on finer things. Frankly, I wouldn't bother with Nineveh. Talk to her husband Barris. They own a small farm just north of town. Mind you don't wander into the Daedric ruin, though. Why these dark elves haven't torn the place down is beyond me.
Ah!
What is it?
Oh, pitiful me.
Ah, another adventurer. If you've come looking for salt rice, you'll have better luck in the market. A slim harvest, you know, and we're a bit short-handed at the moment. My son, Sathan, has gone missing, you see. You haven't run into him, have you? Wouldn't I? I gave up work as a financier in Balmora for a chance at the simple life. I love it here. But my wife, she struggles with the agrarian life. We'd jump at the chance to leave, believe me. But not before finding our boy. Yes, in an instant. Like I said, Nineveh's practically packed her bags already. If you bring back our boy, we'll sell. Sathan's always been a thrill-seeker. Probably got lost in that Daedric ruin, Esutanimus. You'll find it just east of here. It's called Esutanimus. Sathan's taken an interest in Daedric history. A waste of time if you ask me, but I do admire his enthusiasm. We spoke about the shrine just a few days before he vanished. Apparently it venerates that monster, Molag Bal. I don't go anywhere near that place. We've got enough troubles here. Lean harvests, clumsy Telvanni wizards, my wife hen pecking me to death. No, I'll not invite some plague from the House of Troubles as well. Thank you, Sergio. Be careful, and 3 protect you.
What is it?
What?
Hey, over here! Someone without wings and razor-sharp teeth. There's a sight for sore eyes. That's me, Sathan Rendo, explorer extraordinaire. My parents are worried. Typical. My mother barely trusts me to push a broom, let alone investigate a ruin. Of course, things could be better. I've attracted the attention of some winged Twilights. Every time I try to make my escape, they swoop down on my head. Not to hurt me, mind you. They just sort of tussle my hair with their claws and push me back into the ruins, cooing all the while. I think they see me as some kind of pet. A daring escape! You'll have to slay them, eh? Pity. Of course, I did see them tear an Ashlander apart as he wandered by, so I won't shed too many tears. I'll make a run for it. We can meet up west of here towards Voss. Be careful! came after me? You're getting as bad as Mother. I'm not a child.
Believe me, I'd rather be bagging our crop. But you know how your mother is. She won't give me a moment's peace.
Fine. I just need a breather.
There you are. Sorry to check up on you. I knew you had the situation well in hand, but Nineveh practically kicked me out. Said not to come back without Sathan. I'm glad I won't be going back empty-handed. Attracted the attentions? Never mind. I don't want to know. I'll miss this place, but Vec knows I'm not much of a farmer. I'm just glad I got to thank you in person. Your partner, Myrtis, already paid me for the deed to the property. What? Oh dear. The fellow was very convincing. Caught me right before I set out to find Sathan. He wasn't much of a conversationalist, just paid me a hefty sum of gold and snatched up the deed. He set out...
If it isn't my favorite loose end, time to tie it off.
Back so soon? Well, you're quite the negotiator. I trust you found a suitable property outside Voss. Jinrisa. Interesting. That envious hag never misses an opportunity to stick a thumb in Firith's eye. Listen carefully. I need you to acquire that deed as quickly as possible, before she makes it public that she's bought land near Voss. I suggest you use all available means. You can begin by searching the Adepts Hall in Tel Naga. I will warn you that the Adepts Hall is not open to outsiders. You'll need to be careful while searching for the deed so as not to raise suspicion. Jinris has offered us a chance to double our winnings. If we acquire the deed and embarrass her in the process, Firith's bound to support my promotion.
Stop in the name of the law. What? We have to say that. It's in the regulations. The scales have been balanced.
Did you find the deed? I'd hate to think that clumsy wizard Jenrissa outmixed me on this. Oh, no. I can't do it myself. It's not subtle, or even polite. If a Telvanni just bluntly demands this thing or that service. I'm sorry to impose once again, but could you give the deed to Master Firith on my behalf? I know I've asked a lot, trust me, payment is forthcoming. Just offer the deed to Firith and tell him that Sun in Shadow would like his written support for elevation to the rank of retainer. Make it subtle, but not too subtle, you know. Just west of here, in a place called Hanoud, Firith values his privacy, so be wary of Atronachs and traps, and don't be surprised if he's a bit, eccentric. Meet me in the camp.
More visitors? I have those Atronachs out there for a reason. Can't you see there's no room? Oh, for Vex's sake, never mind. What do you want from us? Did she now? How prescient. Quite impressive, wouldn't you say, Geralt? Yes, I thought so too. I'm glad she chose to give it to me, and not that gua-faced bumbler Jenrissa. I suppose she wants something in return? These hirelings always do. Ah, yet another social climber. How tiresome. Still, exchanging a simple endorsement for valuable property seems like quite the bargain. Very well, it's a deal. Get out, be a dear, and fetch me that pen. What? Oh, fine, I'll get it myself. Now, off with you. My friends and I have pressing business. So much to do!
In the meantime, continue your studies.
Muthsera Sooth is most kind. I thank you. Ha! I recognize that swagger. Irith agreed to my demands, didn't he? Excellent! I ran into Councillor Angharal just a moment ago. Totally by chance, I might add. I asked her about the potential for advancement. She hedged a bit. This endorsement will make all the difference. Well, that makes two of us. I took no pleasure in spending all that coin, but as a retainer, I'll be able to double that sum before long. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a writ to deliver. Thank you again, my friend.
Always, she is busy and in a hurry. She is always busy these days. I worry she flirts with the flames of the sun and does not know to fear the fire. My heart and I have barely spoken. She strains her spines both day and night, poring through tomes and hatching her schemes. Her eyes are fixed on the next rank, and the next after that. I fear for her. A soul without rest grows dim as twilight. No, she has not. All to the good, I guess. A finless fish weakens the shoal. But enough about me. You, my friend, are a mighty swimmer. Seek her out in her stone-dwelling place. If I know my heart, she will certainly have a task for you.
Surprise. Always pleasure to see you, Sarah. I'm glad you dropped by. I could use a friend. I just received a summons from the council. Typically, I'd be overjoyed. After all, I just submitted a petition for advancement to Oathman. But the Council never acts on petitions this quickly. Someone's arranging pieces on the game board. I know it. If a member of the House plans to spring a trap, I need to project strength. The Councilors know you've assisted me in the past. If you appear before the mouths on my behalf, it puts the Magisters and I on equal footing. It might even save my life. Thank you, my friend. Be careful.
Magister Gothrin opposes any further honors for the slave girl. Oh, look. The Lizard sent a representative. Such pretensions.
We inform your benefactress, Sun and Shadow, that the Council has elected to reject her petition.
Be sure to add that all further petitions will meet the same fate. Cats and lizards have no place in our great house.
Don't worry, Relasa. The emissary will give Sun and Shadow a full account of this meeting. I have no doubt. There is no greater virtue than ambition, but I'm afraid Sun and Shadow's enthusiasm has rubbed a few of our number the wrong way. Beyond the obvious? Your friend possesses a keen mind and great natural talent, but even the great House Telvanni is not above simple prejudice. The circumstances of her birth make advancement complicated. Yes, Relasa hates practically everyone, but she's developed a particular distaste for Sun and Shadow. I can't tell if it's truly the will of Gothrin or just a personal vendetta. Both of them revile lesser races. A perfect match if ever there was one. I would counsel patience, but I have no illusions. Sun and Shadow will dismiss such advice out of hand. Her dreams can only be deferred for so long. I say only this. Whatever she plans to do, make sure she does it cautiously. Sun and Shadow will stand before us again. I only hope that it's for a promotion and not something less pleasant. Believe it or not, these meetings can go far worse. Honor to you and your house, Sarah. Farewell.
Sorry, I grew tired of waiting. I received more than a few sideward glances on my way over. What happened in there? Oh, I see. Maybe I was too impatient. Requested it too soon. Damn! Did they give any reason? Was there anyone who spoke out against it? Of course it was Relasa. That pig has hated me from the start. Gothrin's not fond of Argonians, but this is clearly personal. Would you act as my emissary once more? If you go to Tel Arun and speak to Gothrin directly, maybe he can settle this. I'll answer what I can, of course. Most Telvanni Magisters prefer to be left alone. They dislike and mistrust each other. So they appoint mouths to handle business outside their towers. Of course, the Magister's wishes and the mouth's wishes often get tangled. It's imperfect. Just trust me, it's better this way. If the Councilors had to deal with each other directly, there would be no peace in Vardenfell. You wouldn't jam a bunch of aelids into a pen together. Mages need room to stretch, room to breathe. I never said House Telvanni was perfect. We take the good with the bad. When I sit on the council, I'll put things right. How's that? Yes, when I achieve the rank of Oathman, I should be able to purchase a slave. I'll free Ioki and we'll toast to our success. That is what we've been working toward, right? I know that some of this feels a little unsavory, but it's necessary. A Telvanni mage doesn't have time to be troubled. Every day I learn something new. Every day I peel back one mystery to reveal another 10 beneath it. If this is the price of that kind of discovery, I'll pay it. Oh, that came out poorly. Never mind. Magister Guthrin reigns over Tel Arum, the fungal tower west of here. He has a sour reputation, but remains one of the most powerful mages in Tamriel. I never had cause to work for him, but Ioki did. He doesn't like to talk about it. I'd be lying if I said yes, but if there's anyone who could get through to him, it's you. Guthrin keeps a few pupils, henchmen more like. You probably have to get through one or two before he'll deign to speak with you. Just be careful.
Don't cause trouble.
Tel Arun's closed. You got Nick spit in your ears? Tel Arun's closed. Jog off, you fetching nchow. Yeah? Well, I need a stiff drink and a good plow, but you don't see me knocking on strangers' doors belly aching about it. Magister Guthrin's not seeing any visitors. Not today, not tomorrow, and not next week. So shove off, go-off-face.
Greetings, my good friend. Farewell, my good friend.
You got Nick spit in your ears? Yeah? Well, I need a stiff drink and a good plow, but you don't see me knocking on strangers' doors belly aching about it. A bribe? Beck said you really want to see him, don't you? All right, fine. Fork it over, Flathead, and keep this quiet, all right?
I've had enough of your excuses. Relassa made your task plain. Find those thieves.
I'm sorry, Magister. It will be done.
Whatever it is you want, talk to my cringing assistant.
Ah, greetings. I'm sorry you had to see that. Magister Gothrin is really quite charming once you get to know him. Honestly, he wouldn't have yelled if Relassa's little snoop, Captain Giravel, hadn't interfered. Ah, that. I'm sorry, but Relassa is determined to keep your Argonian from advancing. Typical. I should be mouth. Say, I might have an idea. The thieves Muthsera Gothrin mentioned fled to Shashpilamat. Could you retrieve the goods they stole? Spoken like a true Telvanni. If you bring the goods to me in Sadrith Mora, I'll take credit for their safe return. Relassa's gone to great lengths to discredit me, you see. My Muthsera knows this. If I succeed, he'll see that I am the fitter servant. Muthsera Gothrin will undoubtedly promote me to mouth. Then, in exchange for your help, I'll support your Argonian's petition. One good turn and all that. What do you say? I can't wait to see the look on Relassa's face when Muthsera Gothrin strips her of her title. And the groveling will be delicious. Of course. What can the future mouth of Muthsera Gothrin help you with? A great many things, I'm sorry to say. They pilfered an ancient tome, a rare pendant, and a purse full of gold. Of course, my master was most aggrieved by the loss of several slaves. Strong workers, all. Muthsera Gothrin is sick with worry. No, of course not. I didn't mean to assume. Truth be told, I've always been a fierce but very quiet proponent of beast rights. If you return the tome, pendant, and gold, I think Muthsera Gothrin will still promote me, albeit with a heavy heart. Well, I can't say for sure, but there's a good chance the missing slave stole Muthsera Gothrin's property before fleeing Tel Arun. Ropefish and other people smugglers sometimes accept magicked items as payment. I'm sure I wouldn't know. My master has a kind and gentle disposition, but children sometimes need discipline, yes? It would really be Slave Master Arenum's prerogative. Unfortunately, she can be irascible. You should know by now that Telvanni alliances often start as fluid affairs. Not that our relationship is fluid. What we've got going here? Rock solid. Sun and Shadow's intentions align with my own. It only makes sense that we should be partners.
Take this report to Mouth Relassa, immediately.
Yes, Captain. It will be done.
Who are you? What do you want? You stink of incense and hookah smoke. Did that beast Gothran send you? We are not goods. Zashanti and her friends prepare to leave this cursed island. No more lashings, no more bitter food. Only the light of the moons drifting across the Topal Sea. We only took Gothran's belongings to pay the smugglers. Bright moons. This one thanks you, Walker. We stored Gothran's trinkets in crates nearby. The smugglers will groan at their absence, but we would rather face the wilds alone than go back to Tel Arun. Wait, what was that noise?
Greetings, Outlander. Cetera Relassa sends her regards. Gathering up these slaves on our own would have been exhausting.
No, no, no.
Damned cats! You lot are going back to Tel Arun. Move out!
You heard the captain. Get moving, Kerr.
No, Darsha will not go. Darsha is free at last.
Don't kick yourself over Relassa outmaneuvering you. Trust me, you never had a chance. Of course, you didn't think she'd let that flat-headed Aerith out-nix her, did you? Oh, and don't bother looking for those other stolen goods. My troops have the situation well in hand. Thanks for all your help, Noir. So long.
It's been a pleasure. Farewell, Sun and Shadow.
There you are. I'm glad you're back. I just had a fruitful conversation with our friend Aerith. Seems that I'm not the only one Relassa's holding back. I think it might be time for a less conventional strategy. I underestimated Relassa. I see that now. She plays the game far better than I do. The only way to win a game like this is to eliminate the player. I know how it sounds. I take no pleasure in it. It's just an unfortunate necessity. Half the Telvanni hierarchy arranged an opening at some point in their rise to power. If you deal with Relassa, Aerith takes her place. It's the best play, Sarah. I apologize, my friend. Perhaps I've gotten a bit caught up in Telvanni maneuvering. Of course, I will respect your choice. I'm just worried about Yoki. I fear that I may never keep my promise to free him. Appealing to her vices might work. Relassa has quite a love for both information and sweets. Why not give her both? Deliver these marshmallow cakes and let her know about Aerith's plot. It's a modest offering, but with time and effort, who knows?
It's the lizard's errand runner. Did she send you to kill me, I wonder? Your friend considers herself my equal, but in the end, it seems she's still just a witless slave. You've been ever so helpful in proving it. My thanks. Now, what brings you to my chambers, Outlander? Oh, delightful! Let me guess. She sent you with a bribe? Or a gift? Or an offer of service? How delicious. Well, Aerith. That's hardly news. In any case, I'll take those marshmallow cakes. Funny, she knew just what to get me. Seems her slave's instincts haven't faded with time. Tell her I will consider her proposal. I can always use another servant. Where to send her first? Delicious. Oh. What? Oh, that bitch. Poison! It burns! It burns!
Greetings, friend. You seem troubled. Please let me explain. I did, but only because you wouldn't have done it otherwise. Balassa would have killed Ioki and me eventually. She forced my hand. A Telvanni must act or die. Please, take this and my apologies. I hope you'll see the wisdom in this eventually.
Well?
Greetings, friend. I hope you will consider working with me. I admit, it was underhanded and unfair to you. I hope we can move past it, though, as friends. Come visit me sometime. I'll make it up to you, all right? I bought some very fine Khajiit tea I've been dying to try. Your anger is understandable. A true Telvanni life always involves some seclusion. The higher I climb, the lonelier it gets. But I truly value our friendship, and Ioki's affection. I'd hate to lose either of you.
The aid! To oblivion with these damned mages! No amount of gold is worth this kind of treatment! Sun and Shadow asked me to come measure her for a new dress.
Soon after I arrived, a pack of Telvanni thugs burst through the door and dragged her off. One of them shouted something about Tel Arun. That's all I know. Please, just set me free!
Hello? Anyone home? Oh, scrib jelly. Too late. Yes, well, I came to warn Sun in Shadow, but it seems I arrived too late. I guess I should warn you too. My most benevolent master, Muthsera Gothrin, is disgruntled. Oh yes, peeved, in the extreme. Magister Gothrin promoted me to mouth, but he still grieves for Relassa. As you know, grief often gives way to anger. Apparently his gentle disposition has limits when it comes to assassinating his servants. Pity I didn't get here sooner. I thought perhaps with time his fury might abate. I'd make all haste to tell Arun if I were you. Muthsera Gothrin respects courage and candor. If you speak to him directly, you might receive better treatment. You go on ahead. I'll wait here for a bit. Best we're not seen together. No offense.
What do you want?
The Magister is expected.
Eminently predictable, you and your lizard cohort. Ah, the murderer appears. I should thank you for saving me the trouble of hunting you down. Watching you peasants struggle against the inevitable is exhausting. Don't waste my time with flimsy pretense. Did you really think you could kill my mouth and get away with it? I see all. Your clumsy intrigue is no exception. If you wish to save your life and that of your friend, you will perform a task for me. That doesn't absolve you from blame. It just makes you sound stupid. I have no patience for stupidity. Now I wonder if you're equal to the task I've set for you. Magister O'Thery made a discovery some weeks ago. A relic or some dwarven device, perhaps. He refuses to share the details, so I am compelled to take those details by force. Steal his notes from Tel Naga and deliver them to my new mouth, Aerith. Magisters care little for the limits of morality, me least of all. I try to avoid turning people into shambling masses of screeching tumors, but in this case I could make an exception. At the very least, your scaled friend will die in chains. That depends on what information you retrieve. If it's useful, we can discuss the terms of the lizard's freedom. That's as much of a promise as you'll get from me. Be grateful I am giving you a chance to rectify the wrong you've done me.
I'm rather busy.
I'm quite sure you weren't invited up here. Off you go. Honest train.
Fine goods at fair prices.
What's this? I don't like uninvited guests.
You are! I knew my master would show you mercy. Do you have something for me? Well done. I think my master wants to speak with you himself. Try not to make it.
Well, it's about time. Come, servant. You retrieved the journal. That was competent. Ah, yes, this is Otheri's journal. His penmanship has gotten even worse. So, it's a dwarven artifact, then? A merged tonal prism? My, that does sound intriguing. Seems he tucked it away in his Kwama mine, Zalkin Soon. You will fetch it for me. I said nothing of the sort. If your work pleases me, I may deign to release your friend and forget your misdeeds. But make no mistake, Noir, I've given you no word to keep. Go to Zalkin soon, acquire the prism, then bring it to me in Tel Aru.
Oh.
Hey, you need something? Sure is. You looking for work? Nah, you're the adventurous type. Only time you'll live to pick is to bash in some beastie's skull, am I right? Of course I am. What brings you out here to the arse end of nowhere? Well, it isn't locked. Go ahead and take a peek. Might want to keep it quiet, though. Don't want O'Terry's guards spotting you, trust me. They keep things locked down tighter than my fat auntie's bodice. Sure, I've got a few minutes. Yeah, who am I kidding? I've got plenty of time. What do you want to know? Other than O'Terry's guards, we have cave-ins every now and then. Unruly slaves and such. Then there's Mazanchant. But I'm sure you're not interested in that. Figured you'd find it quickly enough. I knew you weren't interested in Guama Caves. One of those black-hearted magisters sent you to... I've got a proposition. I can tell you what little I know and give you a key to Mzanchent. In exchange, you give me any notes you find in there. Anything about how it was built, what it does, anything. Got a nice offer from an interested party. Well, that does make things easier. Gold's gold, right? So, Terry locked the crystal in place and took certain parts of the machine so no one else could turn the damn thing off. We need those parts to turn off the machine and get the crystal. The parts you need are somewhere in Mzanchent, but I'm not sure where. I spent a lot of time watching Oteri. From what I can tell, you'll need a crank, a spur gear, one of the smaller pistons, and some kind of handle. Sure, I've been keeping a sharp eye on Oteri ever since he set up shop in here. A rascal like me has to look out for his own interests, right? Oteri dropped his key a few days back. I grabbed it and made a wax mold while he wasn't looking. Didn't take long to make a rough copy. You've got to jiggle it a bit, but it works. Prism? Oh, right. Now I see it. I guess he found it in the ruin, yeah? All kinds of dwarven antiques in there, along with the parts you need. I think he hides the pieces to keep us from nabbing the crystal. The paranoid old skeever. Sorry, but I skipped school the day they taught dwarf machine magic. Got no idea, friend. I could hazard a guess. Looks a little like my pa's old jaw harp. So maybe it makes music or something. Some kind of... Don't let some dwarven crap slide...
line's cut. The Kwama are... What is this thing? Never mind. Get out of here, through the east mine.
It's good to see you. I'm trying hard not to sink into despair. Stuck in here with nothing to do, nothing to read.
You didn't get yourself? Ugh. What's that I smell? Grease and Kwama dung? Let's make this quick, Noir. I won't have you soiling my rugs any longer than necessary. Well, that is a surprise. I do hope this isn't some cheap forgery, for your sake. Ah, some kind of merged tonal prism. A lively one, too. Fascinating. I do hope that fool Otheri didn't damage it. He's almost as clumsy as you. Vex Head, do you still labor under the delusion that you have some power in this place? Huh, it's hardly worth discussing. I've grown tired of our little chats. You completed the task I set before you. You can have your lizard back.
Sarah, I cannot thank you enough for helping me. I wasn't sure if I'd ever leave Tel Arun alive. I'm sorry. I know I've asked too much of you. Sage advice. I've had my fill of schemes for now. I plan to dedicate myself to my studies and try to patch things up with Yoki. The last time I saw him, I said some hurtful things. Again, thank you. Next time you're in Sadrith Mora, come visit. Sarah, Sage. I am a free mage of House Telvanni. You had no right to imprison me. I always thought my worst humiliations were behind me. I guess I was wrong. Yes, well, I will be languishing in Gothrin slave pens. It took me back to darker times. Reminded me of the risks and my good fortune up to this point. Perhaps I've been pushing too hard. I'll return to Sadrith Mora and continue my studies. Talk to Yoki. Bury myself in a good novel. Come and visit. It would be great just to sit and talk for a while as friends. I still owe you that cup of tea, right?
I'll just keep at it, I suppose.
You return escaping Khajiit to that beast Gothrin. And now I hear about our eggkin crushed in the Zalkin Sul mine. I thought I understood you, but I do not.
Yoki, wait! I'm trying to be strong enough for the both of us. Yoki berated me because the Zalkin Sul cave-in killed some miners. You stole the prism to save us from Magister Gothrin. I suffered humiliation in a cage while you did what was necessary. Is that so wrong? No, of course not. I care deeply for Yoki. I want to help him, but I can't save everyone. I serve House Telvanni. I am Telvanni. He must understand that the house traditions may bend, but they will not break. I've never seen him so angry. I certainly hope not. But if he's lost faith in our plan, anything's possible. Yoki won't listen to me, but he might still heed your counsel. Would you talk to him? The Magisters will only tolerate so much defiance. If he makes another attempt...
I knew she would send you. Know that I do not blame you for your role in all this. We are, both of us, victims of Telvanni lies. This place deadens the soul, pure and impure alike. Now, let me guess. My heart sent you to counsel patience, yes? No Saxleo reaches for a branch beyond their grasp. But all the waiting, all the compromises, my patience rushes downriver. My companions and I must get a message to the ropefish. Will you help? The ropefish are people smugglers, led by an orc named Kartag. I had hoped to work with him directly. Unfortunately, we must deal with one of his lieutenants, Bothamul. You must deliver the message before our distraction can begin. We can discuss the distraction soon. First, we cast the lure and hook the fish. Go to the inn and look for an orc named Atarga. Approach her, say, Vasamsi mine, and give her this payment. Deal only with Atarga. Hist protect you. Ask what you wish, but speak quickly. I feel the slave master's eyes on me. They have a good reputation for getting the job done, as long as you have the gold to pay. We pooled our resources. Many small fish can feed a whale, yes? The Telvanni see us as beasts, almost too stupid to push a broom. We use that to our advantage. I never thought I would be a thief, but given the circumstance, I feel no remorse.
Maybe you've had enough Sujamma.
How much has she had? Sujamma kicks like a bow-legged Echater. Let her sleep it off.
Come on, Atarga. Aim for the stairs.
So many stairs. Wait, I was supposed to do something.
I don't like drinking with strangers. Tusk off. Atarga's drunk as sanguine on Sundas. Won't get nothing but puke and bad jokes out of her. She told me why she was here. Dragging a few slaves across the border, eh? You give me the payment and I'll let the boss know. Fine, lug that gold to Bothamul yourself. No skin off my tusks. Camp's near Gothrin's place. Tell Arun. I'll even mark your map, seeing as we're fit to be partners soon. Keep your gob...
My master beads.
Honor to you and your house. My friend, over here. Well, this is a coincidence. I came for a bottle of dry white. What brought you here? Have you spoken to Ioki yet? No! Yes, forgive me. I just couldn't keep pacing around the house, gnawing my claws. Is Ioki all right? What did he say? He's not planning to do something foolish, is he? I see. Well, that's that, I guess. Once he cools down, I'll plead my case again. I can't fight the house traditions all at once, but perhaps with time and effort. I just need more time. He must understand that. I won't keep you.
Should have given me that gold at the end, runt.
Move to flank!
Indisposed? Fancy talk for drunk as a boiled owl, right? Moloch's jawbone. She loves her drink, but she always stays sober on the job. Something stinks here. Maybe we should call this off. Logdabash. I bet my left tusk on it. I hope you gave her and that witless pig Hasbor a good kick in the teeth. We're better off without them. So let's get on with this. You with Yoki and his friends? Good. I should ask for a lot more than this. Vasamsi makes the inside of a Wamasu look homey by comparison. But a deal's a deal, eh? Tell Yoki we'll be there as agreed. The mine's east of here. Just steer clear of Gothrin's thugs, alright?
There you are. Your presence warms my scales, egg friend. Our companions in the mine know we are coming. We equipped ourselves as best we could. Now, we strike. First, we must deal with the guards, especially the ones who linger near the entrance. If they raise the alarm, the slave master will descend on us like a hungry hackwing. Renisi thinks we should knock them out. Asri suggests we show no mercy. Renisi acquired a crate of powder bombs. Toss one near a guard and they should fall unconscious. Killing less guards might lessen the Magister's fury, making it easier to escape. But who knows? Free our friends and watch out for the guard, Captain. Good. I will follow you and help steer slaves toward the exit. If all goes as planned, we will all leave together. One last... Summons. I must. You and I share a heart, but our souls chur different songs. This cannot last. But before you go, you must see how your Telvanni treat our kin. Please, come into the mine and see how they live, how they die.
Fine. I will do this for you, but then I must go.
Yoki, be careful. We'll keep an eye out for any movement from downtown.
The guard captain lurks nearby. I can feel it.
Yoki, what are you doing?
are those bodies?
See how your Telvanni masters treat their slaves.
Ioki, this is madness! You get me killed!
The slaves are revolting! To arms! Cut them down!
Rally, my friends. Make your escape. Do not be afraid. I will make sure you reach the boat safely.
Boat? I'm not getting on any boat!
Hart, you are coming with us. In time, you will thank me.
How dare you! Help! I'm being kidnapped!
I'm trying to save you.
Wait! You fool! I'm a Telvanni mage! They were kidnapping me!
can't believe what just happened. That filthy elf was going to kill me, a Telvanni mage. And Ioki sought to drag me off like a prisoner. How could he do such a thing? Has he lost his mind? I will, of course I will. I just need a moment to think. I could let him go, perhaps I should. But why? He brings me joy and comfort, doesn't he? When he's not kidnapping me, that is. Why would I give that up if I didn't have to? Maybe. But if I let him go, I'll never see him again. The one person who truly cares about me, gone. No more silly hissed poems. No more wildflower bouquets. Nothing. He'll forgive me. It will just take time, right? Please, help me decide. Ioki, you can leave if you want. I won't stop you.
The house will betray you, Sun and Shadow. On that day, I hope you think of what we could have had.
I need a moment. We can talk outside.
My friend.
We can mourn later, Ioki. We have to go.
Go. I will follow in a moment.
I feel as if my heart is breaking. How could I let him leave me? I suppose I did. But it brings me no joy. Little wonder that other members of my house do the wrong thing so often. Thank you for all you've done, Sarah. I will never forget your loyalty and friendship. I'll need to keep my life straight. I see a long, grueling audience with the council ahead of me. I try to pick up the pieces of my broken heart and continue my steps. Letting Ioki go was agony. But you were right. This is better for both of us. I spent so much time trying to earn his affection and prove my loyalty. Now I can truly focus. The game, my role in the house, my future as a magister, all of it. Perhaps when I've reached my full potential, I'll seek Ioki out again. See the world, you know. Until then, I live the life of a Telvanni. I'll need to keep my life straight. I see a long, grueling audience with the council ahead of me.
Really?
Storm and shine, across land or sea. I run to her and together we sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. Her graceful shape I heave up high, and in one hand I hold her nigh. Her waiting lips are never dry. Sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. Come the morn she goes, the taste of her remains.